Hi there, students. Afire. Afire. This is both an adjective and an adverb. When you use it as an adjective, it's a post-positive adjective. Afire means on fire, burning. But we normally use this word metaphorically to mean intensely, very strongly. So, well, firstly, the house was afire, and you could use it like that. The whole city was afire. Yeah, 1666 we had the Great Plague, and then we had the Fire of London, and everything was afire. So afire, on fire, ablaze, burning. But I would normally use this. His eyes were afire. Okay, so he's really keen, he's really enthusiastic. He's showing very strong excitement. The book set the world afire. Young people were afire with a desire for change. There was a lightning storm, and there were trees set afire by lightning. There was an explosion which set afire several buildings. She stared at me, her eyes afire. He seemed afire with rage and anger. The discussion group has been afire with people talking about this subject. So let's see. As an adverb, the explosion set the building afire. There you go. That's as an adverb. And then as an adjective, his eyes afire. As a post-positive adjective, it's got to go after the noun. You can't say afire eyes. His eyes afire. He started running up and down. The meeting was afire with enthusiastic chanting. Okay, it's very common to use this afire metaphorically. So in a literary way. So blazing. His eyes were blazing. His eyes were afire. It felt like I had my heart afire with love for her. She was afire with enthusiasm for the new plan. You can also use afire meaning illuminated. So all of the lights were on, and it seemed like the building was afire. The building afire with lighting. She stared at me, her eyes afire with love. He was afire with rage and anger. The city is afire with news of the bankruptcy. I want to see this afire before the end of the day. The Viking ship afire, burning the body of the dead king. My body afire with pain was suffering. I was suffering with my body afire. His imagination was afire with ideas of making a fortune. When your heart is afire, sparks can fly out of your mouth. Okay, so either on fire, blazing, burning, or creating great excitement, great energy. The music set the audience afire. So intensely interested, passionate. She was afire with enthusiasm for the new plan. A blaze, a flame, a light, burning. Okay, so the house is afire. So with these post-positive adjectives, either the house afire was being put out by the fireman. So noun, post-positive adjective, or you use afire with the verb to be. The house is afire, or you could then use it as an adjective. They had set that the house had been set afire. Okay, so afire. Formality. It sounds rather literary. I'm going to give it a 6.5 in formality. Used in something literary or a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing. And as to origin, well, it comes from fire, on fire, and fire from Old English, feared. Proto-Germanic, for, meaning fire. So, a fire.